Hi, my friends, this is Meir, and I want to explain to you the importance of our work and what difference it can make. Glasses always get people to see better. Well, that is if they don't have a complex problem. And glasses have been around for a couple hundred years and they worked. The problem with glasses is that when you look through them, you have a focal point through which you see. And that means that in many ways it reduces your peripheral vision, which is so important for the health of the eyes and for the sense of clarity. And if you saw people looking through glasses, normally they have frozen gaze. Contacts don't have that problem. With contacts, you can move your eyes and not your head when you want to focus on something. The problem with contacts, they don't let the eye breathe. And the oxygen permeable contacts become dirty very quickly and foggy very quickly, beside the fact that it's much better to not have anything than to have what's called oxygen permeable. They're not completely permeable. Also, the immune system of the eye needs to reject any foreign substance. I mean any foreign substance. So, when you get your contacts, you become uncomfortable, and of course your optician will tell you get used to them, and you do get used to them by weakening your immune system, and all kinds of problems can happen, from red eyes to ulcerations. That's why it's so important to not wear them as much as possible. Now, when you go to an optometrist, your eye may be measured by a machine to see what exactly his vision is objectively, and that machine is never very accurate. Subjectively, when they tell you to look at the chart, they don't acknowledge the fact that when you're stressed, you don't see the chart so well. And so when you're stressed, normally they will add a diopter or two or a measure of strength to your lenses. And when you call the optometrist after you received it and you say, well, I'm not comfortable with my glasses, I'm not comfortable with my lenses, they'll tell you, get used to them. How do you get used to them? By weakening your eyes. I will never forget how on her 10th year, almost a 10th year, my daughter, who went through cataract surgeries when she was an infant, which was a big, big thing to do, was always measured first by optometrists in the hospital, UCSF, and then went to her doctor. Well, I wasn't there when she was measured at the optometrist. I came with her to see the doctor. But my ex-wife had very fallen face, and she said, my goodness, she sees much worse now. And her vision, it used to be 20/40 and 20/50 with strong correction, became 20/80, 20/100. So instead of seeing 80%, 75%, she ended up seeing 40% vision. And the difference was that she did not know the new optometrist, who was very nervous. The next step was for her to see the doctor, and as we were waiting for the doctor, I put an eye patch over her strong eye, the left eye, got her to look at many cars driving downstairs. My daughter was so comfortable on my shoulders and gave me beautiful answers to everything that she was seeing. And then when she saw the doctor, she saw 20/60, better than what she saw with her correction, without glasses. And that was surprising. Not having a lens, having small cornea, should get her to see 2.5%, and yet her vision was 70% of normal without her lenses. And it's first time in her life that she saw 20/20 with corrections. I also remember one wonderful lady that I wrote about in my book, Movement for Self-Healing, at the age of 18. She told me that she's legally blind in one eye. She sees 20/200, 20% of normal vision, and blind except for light and color perception in the other eye. When I sat down and joked with her and talked to her, her vision became now 40% of normal vision. And when we finished our therapy, it became 70% of normal vision. Her mother asked her how come her vision is 40% in the first test in my office when it was 20% in the top specialist of Canada, because she came to me from Alberta. And I said, she's comfortable with me. She was never comfortable with them. And that makes a huge difference. So when you go to your optometrist and you're one out of 6 or 7 people that your optometrist need to measure in this coming 2 hours, and they ask you, what do you see here? What do you see there? Change the lens. You're stressed. And your vision is a vision of stress. And therefore the correction could be a strong correction. Now, one thing, again, that the medical profession does not accept is that stress leads to poor vision. Worse than glasses is LASIK. Worse than contacts is LASIK. And it makes glasses out of your cornea. And it does 2 things which are not desirable. Cornea protects the eye. And so that protection is being diminished. The cornea is being shaved. And people have all kinds of experiences with LASIK. Although I must tell you that the success is stunning. 98% of people who have LASIK see better. And, however, that vision doesn't last forever and they need to shave the cornea again, 7 or 10 years later. So, for that reason, I teach my work. It's slower. It leads to good results. And it compromises nothing. Am I against glasses? Not really. If you need them, wear them. But wear them less. See them as instruments, not as something that you have to have. And so what I would like to tell you is, while you're on your way to reduce your dependency on glasses, and the way to do it is to go to a good optometrist and get reduced prescription as you do your eye exercises, and very soon your eyes will fit the reduced prescription, unless they fit it already because they were stressed when you were measured first. You slowly see better without glasses, and slowly need less corrections. That's the way out of glasses. Not with effort, not with force, not with all or nothing, but with slow decrease in their use. And about the sun, we want to get used to natural light, but we don't want to drive to a sunrise or sunset without being able to see what's in front of us. And so sometimes sunglasses have their place, but not to the extent that people are wearing them today. We need to not have them as much. You know, we have sunglasses within the retina. We have a whole layer that darkens the light. It's called the melanin layer, which is produced for the eyes and for the skin. And the moment that we wear sunglasses excessively, we reduce that production, and it affects the eyes and the skin. So my recommendation to everyone, learn how to improve your eyes naturally, and improve them slowly, surely, and without any side effects. Many blessings to all of you. Meir.